love what we doing, they nowhere around. Started from the ground, always gotta hold it down. Now they think they got it, cause they sign up on a data. But there's only so much money in the year that is allotted. Plus you probably don't even know how it is divided.
What's up, people of YouTube? This Troll here, bringing you guys a regular, chilled commentary. Nothing special, no cuts or jumps or anything like that. I'm giving you guys just the straight deal. Now, in the background, if you guys didn't notice coming into this video, this is a very, very long video for a regular commentary. But I can promise you guys that you will want to stick around for the whole video. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to talk over this entire commentary. I don't necessarily plan on it. But with that being said, I do have a really crazy story for you guys. And I would also like you to know that this gameplay is really good. It's like 60 something and I think 12. It's Safeguard Razorback gameplay. I wasn't really a huge fan of the Razorback until around this time, and then I prestiged and lost it and got sad. But you know, all is well. And yeah, so I'm going to just sit back here and explain everything to you guys to the best of my ability. Now, when I was in about 3rd grade, I think it was the summer after 3rd grade, so I would have been going into 4th grade, I believe, and I had just recently moved into this little crappy farmhouse outside in the middle of nowhere, outside of the biggest city in our area, which is where I live now, but out in the middle of nowhere. And my mom, which some of you longtime subscribers might know, that she has some problems. She's not, you know, she's not, I don't know, she hasn't been the best mother. I don't want to make this commentary all depressing or anything, but she hasn't been the best mother at all times. But when I was young, in 3rd grade, she was heading back to Omaha, which is the biggest city in Nebraska, I believe. But she was going to Omaha, and I just thought she was going to hang out with her friends. You know, I didn't know she was going to, you know, supply her drug habit. But I begged and begged and begged her to let me go with her. And, you know, she didn't want to take me because she was going to go do bad stuff. She didn't want to take her son along to deal with all that. But I really wanted to go. So she took me. But I didn't get to go with her. She took me to her friend's house. She dropped me off there. And I didn't see my mom for about a week. I was left there for a week. I didn't even plan on being there for a week. I went up there thinking I was going to be there for like a day. And that's just not what happened. But I was there for a week at her friend's house. And her friend was, I think she was in probably her mid to late 20s, maybe early 30s. And she had a kid who was, I think, 2 years younger than me maybe. And I got to like that kid, you know. I kind of became friends with him throughout the week. He was actually kind of annoying too, but besides that point, I started to become friends with him, and he was pretty cool. We did little kid things together and played with toys and whatnot. And I remember there was a slippery slide thing before I got super fat and couldn't really do that anymore. But there was a slip and slide. I think that's what those are called. And we played on that a little bit. But getting to the core of this commentary, that little kid's mom, I'm pretty sure she was divorced. So the father of that kid, who was no longer married to his mom, they had some sort of problems, you know, because they obviously divorced, but they didn't like each other at all. It wasn't a very clean divorce, I could tell. And I was sitting in the parking lot of a Home Depot with this kid next to me in the back seat, in a child's seat in the car, because he would have been in like 1st grade, I'm pretty sure. And then his mother's, I think it was her friend, sitting in the passenger seat. And the mother went inside to go buy some stuff from Home Depot. So while she was inside, her friend was smoking a cigarette. She had the window down and all that jazz, you know, had to be healthy. And I mean, she shouldn't smoke at all. Keep that in mind, don't smoke. But she had to be healthy, and she rolled the window down. So the window was down on the passenger side. All the other windows were up. This is in the middle of the summer, guys, so like June, I think. And this guy comes up to the car. I never saw his face because I was in the farthest passenger, or the farthest back seat away from where he was standing, because he was next to the passenger window. And this guy tells this girl that he is taking his kid. And at first, you know, because I was young and it scared me, I didn't know. I thought he was talking about me, because I didn't know my dad. For all I know, it could have been my dad, but it wasn't. And he says that he's taking his kid, and he opens the back door, and he takes this kid out of his car seat. and he pulls him out by his arm and, you know, picks him up over his shoulder, and this kid's crying and bawling the whole time. He clearly doesn't want to go with this man. And the girl, freaking out, screaming, reaches and tries to stop him. And this girl gets stabbed in the arm, like the bicep area, with a screwdriver. Just straight up jabbed in the arm with a screwdriver. I'm pretty sure she only got stabbed one time, but it was deep. Like, I mean, imagine like a 4-inch screwdriver. That was a good 2 inches into her arm, for sure. And the craziest thing about this was the guy didn't, like, when he stabbed her and ran off, she didn't even, like, stop and like, you know, get back in the car. She didn't try taking care of herself. She just ran. She ran after that guy, and she was the true MVP that day. I mean, not really, because the kid was still taken, and I mean, I don't know when she got him back, but yeah, that happened. So anyways, took the kid. She chased after him while she was bleeding profusely out of her arm, and yeah, so she got stabbed with a freaking screwdriver. How crazy is that? How many of you guys know somebody who was stabbed with a screwdriver? Speaking of which, comment down below some of your guys' craziest stories when it comes to, I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be violence, but some of the craziest things you guys have experienced personally. With that being said, all in the same scenario, I didn't plan on talking about this in the commentary, but all in the same scenario with the same people. I remember one night, probably before the screwdriver incident, honestly, we came home from doing something. It was late at night, and she goes inside, and she noticed that the lights were on in the house. So, I mean, it wasn't like, there was obviously something up right away. She could tell that something had happened. And she pulls in her driveway, and she's freaking out because the lights are on and stuff, and she runs inside, and everything is dumped out on the floor. All of this shit is everywhere. All of her drawers have been flipped upside down. Stuff's knocked over, her TV, and she knew who did it, and it was the same guy who stabbed that girl in the arm, essentially. But yeah, I think that was before the whole incident. And I guess maybe I should talk about this. Speaking of this whole trip and incident going to Omaha, this whole story, the mother of this child, right? I was playing hide and go seek within that week that I was there at some point with this kid. And downstairs, like across from their laundry room in the basement, and they had a very nice finished basement, across from that basement was like a little area that had like a furnace in it and stuff, just this little tiny room with a furnace, and you could kind of hide behind it. And I was smaller then, so I, of course, wanted to hide there. And I ran down the stairs, and I looped around that little furnace area. And as I was looping around that furnace area, I just kind of instinctually looked over into that laundry room. And when I looked over into the laundry room, guys, it was unbelievable. I got my first ever live shot. Live, like in person. I was me and she was her. I got my first instance of seeing boobs. So I mean, yeah, that was pretty nice. Hardly even remember it, but that's a thing that happened. Anyways, guys, that's all I really have for you today in this commentary. If you guys can do me a favor and hit the like button, can we try and get this video to 6 likes once again? I would really like to hit that. That would mean a lot to me. It helps me grow, helps me get my channel out there for more people to see. And that's all I got for you guys today. Twitter and Facebook links will be down in the description as always. Please remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Also, comment down below. Don't forget to comment your guys' craziest story that you've ever had happen to you. I really would like to know that, or that you've ever seen in general. And yeah, that's all I've got for you guys today. The video you'll see on screen will be the last one I made, and deuces.
Robot is online. Disable it. Hostile robot has
UAV.
friendly UAV inbound.
Firebreak requesting UAV.
Hostile robot is on the move. MCL is on. End this now. Hostile robot shut down. Robot is online. Friendly hostile inbound. Robot in range. Clear the way.
Reports are small.
Stand strong.
Current